Hey guys, so today I am doing a virtual speaking gig. I am in my home, but we've turned my home into a studio. As you can see, we've got the lovely Angel is in the background. Say hi, Angel. Hi. We've got Arlene and Franco is here. Everybody is fully masked up, protection first, as always. So today's speaking gig, I am basically going to be teaching on events post-pandemic, and most importantly, how can you be marketing, how can you be branding your events post-pandemic, and what are some of the things that event specialists all over the world need to be considering. So I'm going to give you a little sneak peek.
Please join me in welcoming Kubi. So everybody, yes, very well behaved. Kubi, meet everybody. Everybody meet Hi. Kubi. I think you can probably see if everybody wants to wave to that camera over there. Hi, Kubi.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Yeah. I will leave it to you now.
When we think about how do we develop communities as part of our events, we need to take it back to remembering the essence of what is a brand. A brand is an emotional connection with your desired audience. What is the overarching emotion that we want them to feel? As events people, we are brilliant at logistics and planning and project management. We are fantastic at that. But if we want to cut through the noise and get people to actually leave their houses post-pandemic, we need to be able to articulate at all of our touch points in all of our communication, what is that overarching emotion?
Charlie asks about, do we need to adapt a brand identity depending on the location of the event? And if so, what's the best way to do that? But obviously, I think you were just talking there about some of the globality of it. So
yeah,
give us some good advice.
Yeah, brilliant question. So the brand, the hierarchy of the brand identity should always remain the same. And I'll use Nike as a classic example, okay? Nike's hierarchy of the swoosh, the tick, that never changes. The word Nike never changes. The brand font never changes. But the ambassadors, which is the secondary brand identity, does change. You will find in some parts of the world that you will have women with hijabs wearing the Nike fashion line. You'll find some people who in other parts of the world that are just showing a little bit of skin. So what you need to think about with your event is from a hierarchical standpoint. What is the overarching brand identity that stays globally? And the best brands can permeate all global markets because the brand is tied into the brand archetype.
I manage 2 LinkedIn groups for specific target audiences for my event. I'm struggling to get engagement. I ask them for ideas for speakers. I've done polls for thoughts on topics. I've posted interviews with speakers. And the only people that interact are the speakers that I tag occasionally. What am I doing wrong? Is there anything else I can be doing? Any tips?
Yeah, sure. One of the things I would say is, and I know this is going to sound so obvious when I say it, but bear with me. You've got to be social on social media. If all you're doing is posting, then you are basically replacing social media, which is about societies, it's about communities, with advertising. Social media is not advertising. They are completely different things. Social media is about how do you engage. So my question back would be, how often are you going onto your followers' pages and engaging with their posts? Do you have somebody in your team?
You brought so much energy. We are so appreciative. Thank you so very much. And we hope that we can see you in person maybe next year. Thank you.
I'm so sorry I'm not there.
That's the end. My shoes are off. I'm tired. I feel like I'm about to just sweat out my wig. I really enjoyed that, but you know, the hardest thing with doing virtual is that I couldn't see what the audience were, how they were responding. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm so far away from them. Even on the screen, I can see my presentation and they're tiny in the corner, so I can't get to see. So if you were at this event, please drop a comment below, drop me a DM, let me know, did you enjoy it? Like, I want to know, did you enjoy it? Okay, 3 key tips that I would give you if you're a speaker in a virtual event. Tip number 1, make sure you get the right equipment. Okay, super important. You want the right lighting. You want to make sure that you've got a technician on hand, so if anything goes wrong, you've got a technician there. Tip number 2 is that you want to make sure that you tap in with the event organizers and the events technician at least half an hour beforehand. So if there's any problems, then there's half an hour to be able to sort it out. And tip number 3 is that you've got to bring the energy, okay? You actually need to remember that your energy needs to permeate a TV screen, okay? So you got to think like bigger energy than you'd ever have than when you are on stage. And tip number 4 is you got to talk directly into the camera. If you don't talk directly into the camera, you miss the eye connection with them, and then they don't get it, and then they're all lost. So yeah, have fun with virtual events. It is tiring, y'all, but it's a wrap.